of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions.
Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Veda, Agamas, stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, which Atma Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage which is demonstrable to the world. Pratyaksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagwan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the evidences to go beyond what we understand as mind, the self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred. The pramanas, which are the evidences. By just listening to the evidences, we can experience the deeper truth, deeper reality. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana for the power of mind reading. The Shastra Pramana is the scriptural reference for the power of mind reading, which is from the Shiva Sutra 1.13.
That's the whole thing. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of mind reading is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.15. Hridaye chitta samghatad drishyasvapadarsanam. Hridaye chitta samghatad drishyasvapadarsanam.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says in this sutra, when the individual mind is united to the core of consciousness, every observable or objective phenomena and even the absence of every objective phenomena is directly experienced as the form of consciousness and appears in its existential reality as it is. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully gives us the deeper truth to understand how we exist in multiple dimensions and not just the body. And if we are deluded just with the body, we are missing the whole thing. Guru's initiation is all that which raises us into the oneness space to experience from what we understand the length, breadth, depth to the higher dimension, the vertical time zone. Every initiation starts triggering us into the higher time zones and making us experience the higher and higher reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how the Zen masters understand the deeper truth and how they say how we exist. One day the Zen master was carrying a lady across the river because she wanted, and then with his disciple left the lady and went to his monastery. In the evening, when they had the classes, the disciple asked the Zen master, "Why are you carrying a lady? You're not supposed to carry lady, touch ladies." And beautifully the Zen master replied that he said, "I carried her for probably few seconds or few minutes. You carried her from morning to night. Who carried more?" That's exactly how we are constantly carrying our delusion throughout our life and not knowing what to do and creating more and chaos, more and more confusion for ourselves and others. Again and again, we fall into the same rut cycle as our past pulls into that cycle, and we have no idea that first we are caught, then the second we have to be liberated from that past cycle. And the only way is Guru's initiation, which can pull us out. You meditating, Bhagavan beautifully says, it's like ant trying to go up the Himalaya mountains. When Guru takes it, he takes you on the shoulder, just flies to the top of the mountain. It is so simple. We can, yes, walk to the top of the mountain as an ant, but how many janmas, how many births we need to take to actually really go to the highest space. Bhagavan's Paramashiva's one glimpse, one initiation can manifest into our deeper truth and deeper reality. Here, Siddhartha Buddha, how he manifested the power of numbers. Bhagavan has spoken so much of numbers. How number 11 times 11, just visualizing that, which can heal the BP. And how 9 times 9 or 10 times 10 can take off the stress and make us give us the financial decisions and have a clarity in thinking. All that when we visualize numbers. Numbers are deities. And simply he said how Raghupati Yogi drew number on his body when he was detoxing his body to raise his frequency. And beautifully here, Siddhartha and all the avatars went to the Gurukulam where they demonstrated all these powers, and how beautifully he was able to give all the detail, astronomical detail and all the calculation to the precise detail when he went to the Gurukul. Siddhartha was in such a beautiful space. Siddhartha, actually, when he was living in his palace, he had 4 palaces, one for spring, one for autumn, one for summer, one for winter. He lived in such a luxury life, and he said that was only the pain pattern that he's living. Even if you're a king, even if you're living the most luxurious life where you have never seen any disease, death, or any pain in whole of your life, he could really sense there's something which is wrong in this life, because outer world cannot fulfill you. He leaves everything. Just the day of his son was born, he just leaves everything and goes in search, and he not just doesn't attain the first day. He sits and contemplate into the deeper truth. The only day he decided that I am ready to sit here till the mind dissolves. When he is ready to go beyond the mind dissolves, and he experienced the oneness with Paramashiva. All this greater truth again and again told to us is not that we are just going to understand everything in a day, but understanding ourselves, understanding beyond the whole cosmos, deeper and deeper, getting totally involved will make us understand the deeper truth of manifesting the powers. Here Bhagavan beautifully explains in the Atma Pramana.
Relationship with yourself. Understand, relationship means really feeling grounded. You just know that person is there for you. It is not about the number of calls you make that person, or the number of times you speak, or the amount of time you spend. No, relationship means knowing you have that person for you forever. And that person knows he or she has you forever. Understand? My relationship with my mother is like that only. The last 18 years of my public life, maybe maximum 18 times I would have spoken to her. That also may not be privately among the disciples, in public. Not more than that. In 18 years of my public life, I may not have spoken more than 18 times with her. But the kind of the reliability she gives for me, the stability, I just know she's there for me and she just knows I'm there for her. That's all.
Beautiful Shastra Pramana. Shakshi Pramana, how Bhagavan said, once you know yourself and you will know the cosmos, because we are the app of the universe. And knowing us will create a more deeper relation in others, not knowing others, but knowing yourself, who you are. Here in Singapore Gurukul, they had the kids who had the mind reading of numbers, and beautifully the other person wrote, the partner wrote the number and kept it, and they were able to just visualize the number exactly and share with us. Before we go into the guidelines, the Pratyaksha Pramana, how Bhagavan is speaking on the quantum entanglement, what actually happens in us, the deeper truth that Bhagavan is revealing here.
If somebody is swimming in the ocean, you stand and watch. Whatever brain activity is happening in that person's brain, even if you are watching, the same activities are mirrored in your brain, meaning the same kind of electric and neurotic impulses are activated in your brain. Now you know why just by gazing into my eyes, you are in the space of completion. I am swimming in the ocean of consciousness in the space of completion. So naturally, you are absorbed in total absorption. Actually, total absorption, totally being absorbed happens during energization. Whether you are there or not, it's my job. I just pull you to that space during the energization so you cannot escape. It's replicating the highest neural activities inside me, experiencing and living life with the cognition, energy, and the inner space of an incarnation. You just sit and absorb. That's all.
The Shaktini Pata is the word for quantum entanglement. If I have to roughly translate, Sadashiva uses the word Shaktini Pata. He goes even one step further, even taking bath in the same water in which master took bath or the deity has been given bath, and sprinkling that same water on your head. So, to the extreme level, Sadashiva describes this quantum entanglement not only in the physical level, even thought currents. If I express certain thought current and you are wow, you feel wow about it, then the entanglement has started. What is being told to you? What for I stand? What is the concept I share? And what I inspire in you only will get strengthened and become experience when I am entangling with you. The Shaktini Pata with me means the concepts for which I am standing will be reality for you. I am very clear, you are Sadashiva, whether you understand or not. And more of that truth I will manifest in your body, mind, muscle memory, biomemory, everywhere. That manifestation is powers and more you manifest, play with the powers, more and more you will be grounded into the reality you are Sadashiva, ultimate. I am entangling you for this experience. It is a pure spiritual process. The basis of the Shaktinipada itself is oneness, Sadashivatva, Shivoham. That is the basic understanding from where the Shaktinipada, the entanglement starts. So, in few days, more and more they start getting entangled with this truth. The more and more powers manifest. When they manifest the powers, they get more and more entangled with the original truth. Actually, powers are side effects of the entanglement with the original truth. When we express, manifest, we inspire the people who are seeing to come back to this original Shivoham space which they are also carrying. When you see somebody swimming, your biomemory gets the confidence you can also swim. That neuron, mirroring neuron effect starts happening. When you see power manifestation going on, even you get entangled with the Sadashiva space of the person who is manifesting the power.
It's not bound by time and space. You are teleported to that space. You are transported to that mystery. You are transported to that level, to that initiation, to that experience.
The entanglement happens more between the person's core consciousness and me. The moment he decides he is seeing me, that is enough. Even if he does not see me, his decision is powerful enough for me to entangle with that person. Shaktinipat is not limited to the physics of time-space. Even the two-way video conferencing screen is just to trigger that first few minutes. They need to be triggered. That software need to open up. Just for that only, that two-way video conferencing screen. After that few minutes, you may not even need that screen. The entanglement has started happening.
How are
Beautifully, Bhagavan explains how the entanglement happens and how the Shaktipada, Shaktinipada starts happening in us, and how the quantum space opens up when we are in deep oneness with Paramashiva. Now, today, what are we going to do? We're going to scan for the numbers. If you have a partner, you can ask them to write a number and you can scan, or you can have your calculator write different digits and multiply by huge digit, and you can just see through your third eye the answers and write down. Or you can see the distance of planets or the size of the planet. There's so many things that you can verify in Google, and authentically write down whatever Paramashiva shows, and at the end of the session you can verify the detail and share it with the world. Even if some of the portions are correct, that is beautiful. Please go ahead and share all this greater truth to the world. Now, all that we need to do is, if you have Krishna Shila, that is Paramashiva Shila, is a granite slab. If you have it, you can apply the Jnananjan on that, or you have a yantra or a banyan leaf, you can apply the Jnananjan on that. And you can apply the Jnananjan on your third eye and on your temple. And you can use these to see the answers and write it down. Whatever Paramashiva shows, you can write it down. At the end, you can verify. What is the benefit of these powers? Again and again, power manifestation is a tapas. Tapas means repeating again and again till we get the whole answer. 100% correct every time, becoming demonstrable ready. That is what Shakshi Pramana is. And Bhagavan says this is a little tapas that he gives us to go into the superconscious mutation every day, how you do yoga and puja. And satsang is the Jnana Pada, and satsang comes with the power manifestation where you manifest your reality beyond your thinking mind. And you understand every time you manifest, that mind dissolves. And more you dissolve into the oneness space, you start understanding the higher dimensions, vertical time zones, and higher lokas where you exist. Now, all that we are going to do is entangle with Bhagavan in deep oneness, surrender to Bhagavan. Whatever Paramashiva shows, we are going to just write it down. So put away your gadgets, put away everything. Just hold the space of deep listening and chant the Mahavakya from your navel center in gratitude, in love, compassion, bliss, and deep silence. And you will simply have the mind dissolve into Paramashiva. And more you are able to melt. How if you put the gold in the mercury, how it melts like that. You start melting into the space of Paramashiva. At one point, what you understand as length, breadth, depth breaks open into the next dimensions. The Mahavakya, the entanglement, your deep listening creates that beautiful space for us to go beyond what we experience as matter. Even for few seconds that you experience, you will have so much of abundance and bliss. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya collectively, all of us, into the deep listening. Let's start the power of mind reading.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown you, please go ahead and share that in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation after verifying that completely. It should be an authentic data that whatever you have written, if you've taken with the timestamp and what you Googled and you have seen it, or your partner can verify that and send you the detail, please authentically have the timestamp and share that in the tinyurl.com/powermanifestation with the hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana, hashtag Paramanifestation, hashtag Nithyananda, hashtag KAILASA. Again and again, Bhagavan is asking us to share so that we understand, we create more and more auspicious space for our own self, which is a reflection into everyone that we are causing. Extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. Go on manifesting into others' reality. Simply you will experience the deeper and deeper science into your life, raising you to the higher dimension out of all the delusion into the space of oneness with Paramashiva, melting in the space of the deep love and gratitude. With that, let's surrender all that beautiful space of Paramashiva, the powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagavan's lotus feet, in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan for all the gifts from Kailasha that he is showering on each one of us every day that he is showering. And thanking all of you in all the social media watching this and sharing all this great truth to the world. Thank you so much. And with that, let's come to the end of the session. Now sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Hold the powerful cognition. I am Paramashiva in the thought, word and action, seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva throughout the day. And now let's chant the Purna Mantra to end the session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be at 6 p.m. as IST. You can join in through KAILASA for more power manifestation. Thank you, Nithyanandam.